Hello, Kelly Bear here. Welcome to my channel. This is a kind of a little bit of a whatever video. There's no real like focus for it. I was racking my brains all week on what kind of video to make for today, and honestly I just really couldn't come up with anything. Any ideas that I came up with I hated. Any other like hashtags I just didn't have the energy to tackle. And it just sort of comes down to me really feeling like I'm heading for burnout. And I need to slow my roll. So this is just sort of a little update video, I guess, to let you know that I am taking a break. My shop will be taking a break. I have some official time off booked from the end of next week anyway, but like the last 2 to 3 weeks have been, well actually I mean September was kind of rough, and October has continued to be rough on a number of fronts. If I'm looking down, it's because I'm trying to remember to mention all the things. So I'm just like ticking things off on my phone list because I'm terrible at, my memory is really bad basically as well these days. Yeah, I on a number of fronts, I mean it's just like it's a smorgasbord of like absolute bollocks, and also the fact that with my work, running my business on my own, and really pushing myself, I'm just sort of reaching a point where it's not sustainable. And the last 2 to 3 weeks I've really struggled to do any real work, anything really constructive. You know, I have some time, as I just mentioned, I have some official time off booked from the end of next week. I'm filming this on Sunday the 8th of October. So towards the end of next week I was planning to take a break. I'm putting my shop on holiday mode next week as well, obviously if I'm taking a break. And I was hoping I could hang in till there, and my plan was to get a shop drop prepped or half prepped so that when I sort of had finished with my break I had some stuff to like hit the ground running with and get the ball rolling and what have you. But I have not been able to do that at all. It's just been real stop start slow go kind of situation. I'm getting really frustrated and upset with myself, and that's not helping. So I'm just having to just put the kibosh on everything, and I think I'm just gonna like allow myself to take things slowly until I go on my official rest at the end of next week. So yeah, that being said, my shop will be going on holiday mode on Wednesday the 11th of October, so this coming Wednesday at 9 AM UK time. So if you do want to buy anything before it closes, I'm not sure, I will be closed for at least 2 weeks to take a good break, possibly a bit longer. It just depends on how I'm feeling. You okay, boo boo? Sorry, Nomi is here being a silly sausage and rolling about on the floor as she is wont to do. Yeah, so if you want to get anything from my shop, there's still like a bunch of things in there. You can do that up until that time on Wednesday, and then last things I'll be like wrapping and posting things out. The last day I'll be posting out will be Friday the 13th, and then I'll be on my break. So yeah, that's that on that. And then when I get back from having my rest, my break, I plan to start working on some Christmas things. I have so many ideas for Christmas stuff, and I don't know if I'm gonna be rested enough to like tackle them, but we will see. So yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I'm really feeling stuff has just been a lot. Like, you know, it's a lot for everyone anyway. Everything is a lot. But like trying to be a sensitive, chronically ill being when everything is a lot is a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to let you folks know about those things. So that means, other than today's video, I don't plan on having any videos up next weekend or the weekend after. The last weekend of October I will probably try and do a October favourites video, because you know it's spooky season. I want to share what spooky stuff I've been enjoying. And you know, I really should just book the last 2 weeks of October off every year so that I can fully enjoy. Most people take their holiday times in the summer. I don't like summer holidays. I'm more of a like spring autumn holiday type person. So I think I'm realising that, yeah, I do like to have a bit of time off in October. So I'm glad I got my Halloween collection done and dusted and sold before I was taking a break. I'll also be sort of minimizing my social media. I won't be really posting on Instagram. I'm not going to be on Twitter really. I'm just it's, you know, I'm not going to be interacting as much. I am still going to try and watch the 5 4 3 2 1 tarot VRs as and when I can. The problem is I tried watching some this weekend, because the weekend is like Saturday and Sunday mornings are really good times for me to. The last couple of weekends I've been able to watch some in the mornings, but I'm so unfocused and I'm struggling so much I can't even like pay attention to stuff at the moment. I'm struggling to like watch anything. I'm struggling to listen to podcasts, and you know it's bad if I can't listen to podcasts, because those are like my jam. And I'm really even struggling to read, especially in the last week. So I'm going to try watching when I have the time and I have the spoons and the headspace to watch them. I am really enjoying them, and we have like, I mean, I've got like 100 to watch, or almost 100 to watch. So this is going to take me a while anyway, because even if I watched like, I don't know, even if I watched one every day for the next 100 days, that's still over 3 months. And I'm not going to be able to watch one a day, I don't think. So, yeah. But I am loving it. Keep them coming. It's great. I will say, yeah, this autumn so far feels kind of weird. I like, autumn is my favourite time of year. It really, really is. But usually there's more of an excitement. I usually feel more energised. It's usually when, you know, the temperature cools down and I start to sort of breathe a sigh of like the sensory nightmare of the heat and the light is over. But we are having an unseasonably hot autumn due to El Nino and climate change. So it's currently 25 degrees here in London in October. That 10 years ago would have been classed as hot weather for the height of summer. Not a heat wave, but like hot weather, and we are having it in October, so it's bananas. So I think that has kind of made the autumn feel weird, but also just because everything has been a lot, I haven't been able to enjoy this season in the way that I would usually, and I'm just really going to try and do that when I take my time off, is enjoy it. It just feels different. Usually I go into study mode and I get really energized, and I'm like, I haven't been able to like focus on learning anything new or doing anything new. It just feels really different this year. Which is interesting. My word for the year is resilience, and at first for me at the beginning of the year I chose it because like I need to learn to be more resilient, but part of me feels like now it's just I just need to try to be resilient as best as I can throughout this year. Although yeah, I'm trying to be resilient, but it's not really working. But yeah, I just thought I would also share a little bit about my tarot practice just to finish off this like little update video. Because it is spooky season officially, because it's October. I have been using the Shadowland Tarot this week. I got this last year as my October deck. That I usually treat myself to a deck in October. I have not bought a deck for myself this October. So I don't know if I will actually. You know, I have so many decks. I don't really... And there's other decks that I want, clearly, but you know, I don't really feel the need to. These guys look like the troglodytes from Disenchantment. Or Disenchantment. Because there's the film, which is a enchantment. Remember. But yeah, so most of you have probably seen the Shadowland Lenormand. This is Lenormand. I do also have the Lenormand. Tarot, this is by Monica Podersky. It does have such a great book. I really like the book. For those of you who've not seen it, You get like a really decent spread for every single card in the deck gets this, whether it's a major or a minor. You get like the title, you get a little bit of a blurb, you get the full color picture, you get a description, you get like positive and negative or light and shadow meanings, and then you get sort of a bit more and keywords, and then you get a bit more about the card, and then sort of a more like dialed in, like whether you're reading for health or money or relationships or what have you. And then finally at the end you get just here you get some journal prompts or things to ponder. You don't have to journal them, I guess you could just mull them over in your mind, but I really like that. I think it's really good. And actually Monica Badersky does this for her Lenormand deck. You get sort of the journaling prompts, and you also get it in her Between the Worlds Oracle, so that's really cool. But I was using this most of the week, and then come sort of, I think it was Thursday or Friday, I was feeling the need for some tenderness. I've just had a really this week has been rough as dogs. And so I pulled Thistle Down. This is such an autumnal deck to me, mostly I think because it has those really beautiful warm tones, much like the Oak, Ash and Thorn as well, which gives me autumnal vibes as well. It's got lots of warm oranges and rusts. It's this, oh, it's so cute. I can't even. Oh, it's so cute. This deck just tears my heart out. This is the original proof version that I have. I do have an official like final copy as well, but also here see the well, I'm saying that because the colors are a bit more pumped up and a bit more clear in the now official version, and then here you have like these rainy scenes and the like dark skies, which also feels quite autumnal because obviously the nights are drawing in, the days are getting shorter finally, and yeah, and hopefully it'll start getting a bit cooler. But I ended up pulling some cards. This one was a card that I pulled on Thursday, I believe, the Page of Swords. I just pulled one card. I sort of deviated from my usual daily routine that I've had for months on end, and I did not heed this card's advice. I forgot that this was the card that I pulled, and yeah, I had a bit of a day as a result of not heeding this card. And then yesterday I pulled one card from the Thistledown deck, and yeah, the card was Haven, which just felt really appropriate because I'm really feeling the need to like cocoon myself up and like find somewhere safe and cozy and just chill. But then I felt like I had these two cards together, and I was like, actually these decks, although one is spoopy and one is cute, those really work, right? So let's actually, I just thought maybe we could see if the pairings work. I know some people have been talking about their deck pairings quite a bit recently. I haven't. This is the thing right now with TarotTube, because I have loads of the VRs to my tag to watch. I feel like I can't watch any other TarotTube because I'm like, oh, if I watch that, really that's time I could have been spent watching 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 tarot VRs. And then ultimately I end up watching nothing because I feel bad, or I just don't have the space. I stress myself out. Anyway, yeah, I feel like they kind of, one's more sort of fantasy in a very like obvious fantasy spoopy way, and one is more fantasy in a very sort of natural, what's it called, magical realism. Oh, come on camera please, thank you. But yeah, I feel like the line work in both of these, that like light touch of the line work on each of these sort of ties each one into the other. Even though the colours can be quite different, it's quite a nice combo. Let's do one more. Let's see. No, they're quite different. I don't know. Do you think they work? Oh, this is interesting actually, because now look, we've got two different birds, a blackbird, a crow, and a swan. Oh, that's really interesting. And they both actually have sort of a sunny background. Can you see in the background of Death, there's the sun setting, it looks like. And then we've got this glow here. Almost like maybe the sun is just in the distance, quite low in the sky, and it's got that warm tones of sunrise or sunset. Possibly sunset, I would say. So actually, yeah, quite a nice combo. So I might keep using those together. And actually this ties into the other thing that I was going to say about my practice, is that I think I did my usual daily draw on Monday, possibly on Tuesday this week. And then I pulled one card on Wednesday, and then I was pulling one card for the rest of the week. And actually, which is really unlike me to pull one card, I realise I'm burning myself out also on my daily readings now. I don't feel like I'm in a space where I want to be doing them. I told you it would happen, that I would sort of get fed up or bored or annoyed or not find it useful anymore, as it was actually starting to stress me out. Also because I was sharing them every day on Instagram and on YouTube, which I loved doing because it was I just enjoyed sharing how I read with people, and other people were getting something out of it. But I think on top of it, all the things that I was doing and all the stuff that I had going on, it was just, I was starting to feel obligated to do it by myself, by no one else. This is pressure I'm putting on myself, let me be clear. And I was just like, I need to have a break. And actually, I think what I'll probably switch to is my week aheads. I'll go back to week ahead readings and see how that feels. And if that feels too much, I'll go to monthly readings and just sitting down with my solar return spread, which I check in with periodically throughout the year. I've got a check-in with that coming up again this month, to see how I'm ticking over with that. So I'm looking over there because I've got some of my cards from that solar return spread actually up permanently on my altar for the year, so I always sort of look over where they are. So yeah, I'm probably going to switch for that, which means I will probably start tarot journaling again, because week ahead readings for me are a bit beefier than a daily spread. I don't want to be journaling every single day. I just don't have the I can't be, it's a barrier to me, feeling like I have to journal it. And actually, if I'm sharing it on social media, I kind of am journaling it just digitally, I guess. Digital, could barely say that word then. Digitally. That's a weird word, really. Digitally. Just, when you say a word so much, it doesn't make sense to you anymore. This is where my head's at. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. So yeah, no videos for at least the next couple of weekends. So if I do I'm such a child. If I do, I just realised I didn't do a sound check to check that I didn't even have my pop filter fully over my microphone. This probably sounds like arse. I apologise if this sounds like arse. I mean, I am an arse, so it makes sense that it sounds like arse. But yeah, so if I'm not going to be doing any videos next weekend or the weekend after that, because I'm taking a break from stuff just generally, the next video will likely be so that'll be in 3 weeks. It'll be 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, I'm shooting myself in the foot with the algorithm when it comes to Instagram and YouTube with my business, but it's not sustainable. I am one person. People are oh, if you are taking a break, you should schedule posts for your business account and for your channel, and I'm that's great, but your girl's chronically ill and struggling, so maybe not. And I have done that in the past, but I don't know. I mean, I'll see how I go next week. I might have the spoons to pre-record some videos and to organize some posts to go out on. The thing is though, right, if I'm putting videos going up or posts going out on Instagram, my concern is if I'm taking a social media break, I then have to check my responses to those, because it's rude to post stuff and people respond and then you just ignore that because you're on holiday. So really, you're not taking a break, are you? Because you still need to check those posts that you put up. So I advocate for absolutely just fucking knocking it all on the head and taking a break. The algorithm be fucking damned. I am a human, not a machine, and as are you too. Although maybe you are a machine. Are you an android? Because I would be down with that, right? Because no spoilers, but there's a certain series of Star Trek where someone ends up with an android body, and I'm sign me up for that. I am all about that. Just put my consciousness into an android body. Let's go. Also, my bae for Star Trek is Data. Data and Geordi, they're my faves. But Data is numero uno for me. I don't know. I just love that weird little robot guy. I would. Just saying. But then obviously like 7 of 9 came along in Voyager, and I was like, oh hello, that definitely gave me some feelings. But I mean from like when I was much younger, because obviously Voyager didn't exist before then. Anyway, what even am I talking about? This is 20 minutes of absolute twat waffle, so I'm gonna go. Just a quick update. I'm taking a break. I hope that you are all well. If I look tired and done with it all, it's because I fucking am. So, and I just did not even have the spoons to put even a little bit of mascara on. Like, who fucking cares? Whatever. So, I'm gonna go. I hope you are safe, happy and healthy wherever you are. If you've taken the time to watch this video, thank you so much. And yeah, I will see you in the next one, whenever that will be. But yeah, at some point. You take care. Ciao.